boy Barbecue, and on today's episode we're going to be cooking two chickens. We're actually going to be cooking them slightly differently. We're not going to season them differently or anything like that, but one chicken we're going to be doing the spatchcock method, and the other chicken we're going to be doing the whole method. I'll check back in with you in a minute once I get these both open, and we'll show you how we're going to do everything today. And we're back. So they are slightly different in size. This one is noticeably a little bit bigger. So this is going to be the one that I'm spatchcocking. Today we're not going to be looking for exactly what cooks faster or anything like that. What we're going to be looking for is the tenderness. Okay, we're going to say, all right, we cook them this way. Is it a little bit more tender if we leave it whole? Or is it going to be a little bit more tender if we spatchcock it and leave it open? Is there any more flavor anywhere extra from the process, and so on and so forth? So let's get the spatchcocking. All right, so how we spatchcock more or less is you're going to remove the spine, okay? You're going to cut into this. Now we're going to go on the other side. See? We took the spine out. Sorry to gross you out. So now, that's what the chicken looks like compared to that. Right? To complete the spatchcocking process, you flip it over and you open her up. See? So now your legs, thighs, breasts, wings, all laying right on top. So that's how you would spatchcock a chicken. So now you kind of don't have to worry about the bottom. Okay, that's also a good thing. Minimal to no butchery. In all honesty, you want your skin on there, and your chickens don't have too much fat. It's here and there. We're focusing on a lot of meat. Very different than beef and pork. So anyway, let's get these seasoned, and then we're going to get them on the grill. And it might sound like a broken record, but it is important to me. Again, I do not put salt in my dry rub, because I like to control the amount of salt that I put across the meat. Shout out to Mad Scientist Barbecue for that tip. Ever since I did that, I think it's been much better on the salt. So let's get going on this. Let's get our dry rub going. So I know I played a trick on you guys. I didn't show you what was in my dry rub. Maybe one day if you're lucky. But my dry rubs do change slightly depending on what I'm cooking. Very slight differences. For chicken, I like to keep it sweet. For brisket, I'll do either or sweet or savory. For pork, I like to keep it sweet. But for certain things, chicken in particular, I like to add a little extra chili powder, because I like my chicken a little sweet and a little extra spicy. So there are always modifications depending on what I'm doing at home. Now to the grill. Let's get these bad boys on, and we'll go over our next steps. All right, guys, and we're on. So as you can see, on the right side, I have my whole chicken. On the left, I have my spatchcock chicken. All right. And again, I do have them on the rack. I'm going to be cooking these at about 275 degrees. Should take about 3 hours or so. So we'll check back in when we're going to spray these bad boys. See you soon. All right, everybody. It's time to give these a little spritz. It's been about an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes. See what we're looking like. Again, as always, my spray is a 50-50 apple juice and water. Nothing crazy, nothing special. Gives a little bit of sweetness and keeps it nice and moist. All right, guys, this chicken's about ready to come off. I'm gonna hit it with my barbecue sauce real quick. That's my sauce, right? Nice and thin. So all it is kind of like the stuff I make for my pork belly. It's a little different. It's barbecue sauce, apple jelly, apple juice, dry rub, and honey. Helps give it a little glaze. Alright. Now we're going to close the grill up, let them caramelize, and we'll be ready to eat. Final product. Spatchcocked on the right, hole on the left. Boy, did they look beautiful. Oh yeah. Alright, and we're back. So, we're going to cut into these. We're going to give them both a try, and we're going to figure out exactly which way we like better, if we like one way more than the other, as it is. So, a couple things I just want to go over before I get into the cutting. One, I'm kind of hoping that nothing bad happened, and here's the reason why. Normally, when I make chicken, I inject. My injection is very simple. Chicken broth, butter, done. Inject that into the breast meat only. I don't inject the dark meat because the dark meat stays moist on its own, but I normally inject the breast meat. So that is the only thing that I can say I might be concerned about, dryness in the breasts. But we don't know yet until we cut into this and we have a look. So we're gonna cut a quarter off of each one, and we're gonna take it from there. We have the drumstick and the thigh from each one. And one more thing that I would like to mention is temperature of the chicken. I don't want to leave that part out. So the temperature of the chicken is different than other meat, right? When I cook pork, or when I cook brisket, beef, stuff like that, we're trying to cook up to at least 200 degrees. 202 is the target temperature, but 200 degrees is what we really want to hit. With chicken, on the other hand, chicken at 200 degrees is a sloppy mess, and you don't want chicken at 200 degrees. What we want to put our chicken at, we take it off the grill at 170. Okay, and it probably will raise to about 175 to 180 until we get to this point. So again, whole chicken on the left, and this is our spatchcock on the right. So let's get into the drumstick first. Okay. So obviously it's tender, as you can see there. Perfect amount of smoke on there. Dry rub is phenomenal. A little glaze, that's all you need on your chicken. Just that little bit of glaze. No extra crazy amount of sauce. Perfect. Clean bone. Ah, so good. Alright, now let's try the spatchcock burger. Hope my beard is messy after that, because it felt like it should have been. But anyway, wow, that's a hard decision. They are both so good. Perfect amount of moisture to them. Obviously, I use the same dry rub and same sauce, so the taste is identical. If I'm just going to go off of tenderness, that's the same too. This is a tough call. I think we're gonna have to cut into the breast. I think that's the only way we're gonna be able to tell exactly what. Now we have some breast meat. Breast meat from the whole, and breast meat from the spatchcock. Let's go in on that. Well, that's phenomenal. And the spatchcock. I'm at a loss here, guys. I literally I can't pick. They're identical. We're just gonna leave it at that. They're 100% identical. So this experiment, I wouldn't say is a failure at all, because one, we had a lot of really good chicken that I'm gonna eat about this much of it. I give my wife this because she doesn't eat a lot, but I'm gonna eat all that. And then we also came to a conclusion that it doesn't matter how you do it, which I think is important for one reason: consistency, right? When you figure something out that, hey, it doesn't matter what I do, I'm going to do what way's easier for me. So now to answer that question, the easier way for me is the spatchcock, in all honesty, because one, getting rid of that spine pre-cook, laying it out nice and flat, getting my dry rub across all of the meat, throwing it on that grill, getting my sauce across all of that meat, letting it all cook. That bottom, we don't care about. It's not meat. All the meat's on top. All that meat's protected. So I'm still gonna spatchcock from this point forward. I'd much rather do it, get the same result, delicious chicken. That's all that matters. Oh, and before this gets any colder, I'm gonna get it inside so I can eat some dinner. So thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one.